Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days. Welcome to Wrestling Days Live. Hopefully we are live. Hopefully we are back. Hopefully everything is back up and running and fixed and wonderful. And I've got no idea if those words are true. I'm going to go to pop out chat, see if I can move the chat over into the stream. Let me have a look and see where we are. Let me change this over, and then I'll be able to see if you lot can see me. Because I can see you. I can see all of you. Little angels. But I don't know if you can see me. Days is back. Yes! Days is back. Right. Hello. Yes, you're back. Right, well, we've got some explaining to do, haven't we? We've got a little update to provide, haven't we? First thing I need to do is just let people know that we're now streaming on this new one. I don't know if anything's set up. I don't know. Let's go to here. You lot are amazing. You lot honestly blow my mind. The fact that there were so many people that stuck around was absolutely incredible. So, yes, I need to just tweet out. Let me give you a quick update. Let me go down, see where people are. Boom. Welcome back. Yes, we're back. Excellent. Yes, let me give you... So, we're at commercial break. The only thing you've missed is a quick little interview with Ruby Rae, and also Apollo Crews was victorious against MVP. The data situation, as soon as it ran out, wouldn't let me buy any more. Still, I was clicking it and it was like, sorry, you can't buy any more. So it wasn't letting me buy any. So I was like, well, why? So yeah, I couldn't buy any more data. So then I tried to stream on my phone, and my phone, it just was not strong enough. We did find this in the past, that it wasn't strong enough. But we are back now. Lib Morgan making her way down. So, cut a long story short, I had to log in onto the internet, try and buy data that way rather than using the app. For whatever reason, the app just isn't working for EE, which is where who I'm subscribed with, or who will get my data through. Right, okay. I'm back. I'm flustered. There's no two ways about it. Welcome to Flustered Days. I'm out of breath as well. Right, Liv Morgan in the ring. I think she's taking on Ruby Rae, and this might be where we see Sarah Logan. So this actually could be quite a noteworthy time to return. I was kind of hoping that we would see that Riot Squad triple threat. But just look at that. First of all, can we just acknowledge the fact there's a crowd on this little flashback? How unusual, how weird is it to see a crowd in the background now? So, yeah, this is Ruby returning and beating up Liv Morgan. Let me find the graphics I need. So, I'm guessing it's going to be Liv against Ruby. Yes, it is. Liv versus Ruby Rae. And this could be where we see Sarah Logan. Days got hacked. I hope Sarah comes back. Boom. Days, I'm glad you're back. I've been watching the streams for a while. Yeah, look, I massively appreciate everyone that stuck with us. I told you I would be working hard to bring it back, and I'm a man of my word. I've been running around this house trying so many different things. I saw people in the comments saying that it was harder or more difficult to bring it back than what I thought, and that's absolutely what happened. It was a lot harder to bring it back than what I thought it was going to be, but it is back. No copyright content included. There we go. I'm just tweeting out so that anyone live now again. There we go. Live now again. Coaster Maniacs, you don't have to do that, bud. You don't have to do that. Live reaction. Watch. Boom. Liv Morgan versus Ruby Rae is what we're watching right now. So if you are just joining us, we've got Ruby backed into the one corner. Liv Morgan charging over. Ruby moves out the way. Liv Morgan with a missile drop kick. 1, 2. Rey Mysterio versus Murphy is still to come. Has anyone seen what the Canellises have sent messages out on? I haven't seen. I mean, I've just been running around crying, so I haven't had a chance to see what they sent anything messages on. Hung up on the top rope, looking for a big kick by Ruby Riott. Oh, kick out. Keeping an eye out for Sarah on this one. Liv Morgan versus Ruby Riott. I think Sarah's going to interfere. There we go. Boom. Nice submission hold. Really nice submission hold by Ruby Riott there. Days, how are you? DH, hope you are well, bud. I am okay. Stressed is the word of the day. Word of the day, stressed. But yeah, I'm good. I'm going to have to change this, aren't I, to like part 1 and part 2, because there's going to be 2 parts of Raw now, which I hate. Again, thank you so much to everyone that stuck with us. Really, really appreciate it. I know that was annoying. But yeah, as soon as I got it back, I got it back. Liv Morgan, though, against the ropes. Ruby Riott, can't even talk. Ruby Riott charging over, forearm strike. Look, oh, vicious back elbow. And the super kick. Liv Morgan down. So, a couple of little moments there. I do love Ruby Riott. I think she's got such an interesting look. Such an interesting look. Against the ropes goes Ruby. Flatliner by Liv Morgan. 1, 2, 3. And Liv Morgan catching Ruby Riott with a flatliner. So, Liv Morgan with the win. Are we going to see Sarah Logan, though? Liv has changed her hair colour again to look like when she was part of the Riott Squad. Yeah, she's not as blonde, is she? There's a bit of purple in her hair. Well, no sign of Sarah yet. So Liv Morgan catching Ruby with a flatliner, getting enough for her to get a 3 count. King Corbin is trash. Do you agree? I'm not the biggest fan. Bobby Lashley warmed up. She didn't even tell us to watch her. Shout out to you, Tyler. Thank you for the support, my friend. Do you think the ref counted too fast in MVP's match? I didn't see it. I was running around the house. I literally came back as Apollo picked up the win. So I didn't get a chance to watch that match. So I don't even know if it was any good or not. I mean, we're quite fortunate in that we lost about 8 minutes. About 8 minutes, I think I was gone for in total. Felt like a year. He flipped over one tire, and there's an even bigger tire that he's going to have a go at. We've got a little advert for Rey Mysterio and Murphy. There we go. Coming up next, Rey Mysterio battles Murphy. So we've still got that to come. Days, did you see Spuds' video on Twitter? It's about time he put Maverick aside and brings back Spud. Obviously, he will still be Maverick. I can't wait till Wednesday. Yeah, Ace Man, I was expecting more of an announcement. His video just kind of shows him on outside of WWE, doesn't it? So I think he's kind of hinting that he's going to be returning to wrestling, but I was kind of hoping that WWE were going to have re-signed him. That's the news I was hoping for. Of course, he's still got 3 matches to go in NXT. I think, if people were loud enough, then that might convince WWE to change their minds. And this is what we've been saying on recent streams. Can the WWE Universe be vocal enough to get them to keep him? Because he can't have been on that much of a contract. And we all saw and can still see how much it means to him. So, I wish WWE would change their minds on that one. And there might be some stars like Rusev that's teased that he's wanted to go before. Mike and Maria Kanellis have spoken about wanting to leave before. EC3, I don't think will be too disappointed. I mean, you don't want to see anyone losing their jobs. But some of them might be, not too down about it. I can't speak for them, so I don't know. But I'm just saying that clearly Drake Maverick is down about it. Clearly Drake Maverick is someone that took the news very hard, and I would really like it if they'd change their minds on that. Same with Sarah Logan. I think Sarah Logan is someone that should have stayed with the company. I think she's a very good wrestler, and they didn't even really give her an opportunity to do anything. She was in the Riot Squad. The Riot Squad broke apart, and then what did she get a chance to do? She wasn't in any storylines. There was no opportunity for her to shine or do anything. She couldn't do anything. It's as they used her for the Riot Squad, and then as soon as the Riot Squad were done, they had nothing else for her. That's the truth. So, I feel sorry for Sarah Logan. Days, you have to see the wacky Viking Raiders promo that you missed while you were gone. Okay. I'll have to catch up on that on YouTube. WWE doesn't care about their superstars. They only care about profit. I would love to see Aleister Black or Buddy Murphy win Money in the Bank, says Jaden. I'm going to need you to leave my wife, Lib Morgan, alone. Days, what do you think about the Big Show show? I haven't seen it, bud. In fact, I got warned against watching it. I was told it's not the best. So, Leon Robertson, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Days, when you reach 200,000 subs, I'm going to send you an Internet Championship replica. Shout out to you, Swamp Manor. I think we're still a good way away from that. The channel managed to get to 184,000. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe. Make sure that you're joining us, because we do stream on a regular basis. I do try to have more successful streams than what you've seen tonight. If you normally watch, then you'll know that we do have a few issues like this once in a blue moon, but normally we are a bit more professional. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe. Make sure that you're joining us as we're on that road to 200,000. We got 16,000 to go. If anyone knows 16,000 people that aren't subscribed and you could just have a word, that would be great. And now we've got a little video package, I believe, for Howard Finkel. The Ledge. Shout out to Coaster Maniacs, dude. Thank you so much for the support. The Viking Raiders promo was cringe. Dave's thoughts on who would you like to see win the men's and women's Money in the Bank, and why? I wanted Edge, because I think that he is someone that needs that help. I think he is someone that needs that little boost, that kind of push, because I can't see him necessarily getting to become number one contender. There's just too many people ahead of him. So it's hard to see how he would become legit the number one contender without the briefcase. I would have him involved in a couple of feuds, have him winning some matches, have him with that Money in the Bank briefcase, and then cashing in at like WrestleMania next year. Don't forget, he was robbed of that big moment at WrestleMania this year. The crowd would have been red hot for his return. So he was robbed of that. So I think it would be brilliant if at next year's WrestleMania, he gets that moment when he can come down and cash in and the crowd are going crazy. I know people want Murphy or Aleister Black, and I'm totally on board with that. I think both are legitimate stars for the future, but I do think this is a very special circumstance where they could give the Money in the Bank briefcase to Edge. So yeah, I'd love for them to give it to Edge. If not, I'd give it to Aleister Black. I think he's a great prospect. In regards to the women, I'd give it to Ruby Riott. I think Ruby Riott is probably the best out there that's not held the title yet. So I would give it to her. She just lost that match to Lib Morgan. She got caught with a flatliner. But wrestling wise and just her look, she's got such an interesting look, that kind of punk vibe, you know. There's not really any other girls that look like her, so I would be giving it to Ruby Riott. T Fu Samuels .vibing, shout out to you. Anna Dawes, shout out to you as well. Sunny Wolf as well. Paul the Bomb says, Days, really enjoyed the streams, you're the best. Thank you very much, Paul the Bomb. If ever I do come across a bomb, I will name it Paul in your honor. So shout out to you, buddy. Kenneth Terry says, welcome back, Days. Thanks for the streams. Kenneth Terry, thank you for the support, my friend. Apologies again that we hit that roadblock. We hit that problem. It wouldn't let me do anything until the data had run out. And then even when the data had run out, it still wouldn't let me do anything. So Monday Night Dramas, that's what I'm having. Monday Night Dramas. But we're back. We're good. We're up and running. I bought... How much? I don't even know how much gig I bought. I just panicked and pressed a button. I don't even know how much gig I've got. I think I've got like 50 gig, and it refreshes in 2 days. So I think I went a bit crazy. I'm pretty sure I just went... Ugh! Yeah, I bought 50 gig, which is really stupid. I bought 50 gig, and the whole thing refreshes in 2 days, and I will lose anything that I don't use. So I'm now drowning in data. I've gone from no data to having loads of data. So, but it's all because of the support from you guys, the support from Coaster Maniacs and Eric Haberman, Paul the Bomb, Kenneth Terry, Jody Gilly. Like, you know, the lists go on and on and on. But all of those kind donations, it's because of you guys that we've been able to buy that data. That wasn't the first time we had to buy it. You might remember it first ran out a couple of weeks ago, and then I bought some, and it got us through, and I've just had to buy some more. So that's all down to you guys. So we're good. We're covered. I'm not asking for donations, right? That is not what's happening, right? But I'm just saying that it's thanks to you guys. Hayden Garrett says, welcome back, Days. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, my friend. I saw a YouTube video that claimed Roman got fired. Wow. Make sure that you unsubscribe to that channel. Into the barricade goes Rey, and Rey gets hurled into the other barricade as well. Murphy is throwing Rey all over the Performance Center. Coaster Maniac says, we turned Days into a maniac. Absolutely. I was running around the house in a blind panic. Slamming the arm down for Rey Mysterio. I do like Rey Mysterio's attire. I need to draw some attention to that. He's got yellow tights on with like red down the side. He's got a blue bum and like red. It's like yellow, red, and blue. It's quite bright, but it does look very cool. I like it. And then black on top and black boots. So his tights are predominantly yellow. His top is black. And then it's got like blue and red highlights down the side. Nice kip up by Rey. Anna Dawes says, how's our favourite YouTube star, Kia, doing? She's on the mend. She is starting to go for walks again now. So, yeah, she had surgery on her leg the other month. Back elbow by Rey. So, yeah, big boot by Buddy Murphy. Down goes Rey Mysterio. Stomp by Murphy. So, yes, Anna, she's doing much better, thank you. On the mend. As we go to commercial break. Rusty Shackleford says, Days, did I hear Days asking for donate? Dude, no, you didn't. That's not what I did. In fact, I said the opposite, Rusty. Shout out to Rusty Shackelford. No one tells Rusty what to do. That's a big lesson that the community know and love. Thank you, Rusty Shackelford. There we go. I don't know when the Coaster Maniacs Wrestling Insiders interview is going to be. But, yeah, looking forward to Coaster Maniacs getting interviewed. And, of course, Rusty Shackelford has already been interviewed by the Insiders Wrestling podcast. So they've got a new episode after tonight's Raw. We're going to be sticking around for another good hour and a half. And then as soon as we're done, we'll pass over to the Insiders Wrestling podcast. So, Rusty, shout out to you, buddy. J14 says, Days, can you bring back the figure videos? I would love to. I'd love to bring back the figure videos. Coaster Maniacs, I'm with Rusty here. Coaster Maniacs, you've already donated enough, buddy. Already donated way too much. Way too much. Shout out to you. But you can stop, dude. You can stop. Shout out to all of you. The generosity is mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Right, let me jump into this first one. I'm going to write part 1. Raw live stream. Part 1. There we go. Raw live stream part 1. Save. Boom. That way, hopefully, if people want to watch it, they can figure out what's happened. Because obviously at the end of that, I'm telling everyone the data's about to run out. So I think they'll figure out that we had to restart the stream. So hopefully people can work that out. Right, let's click it back over. Shout out to Rusty. Shout out to Coaster Maniac. Shout out to everyone. I love you all. Did someone won the lottery? I think Coaster Maniacs has won the lottery, yeah? Everyone's starting to be like, I am Jack. Yes. Do you remember I am Jack? That interview was loopy. Mahab Rafi says, what have I missed on Raw? I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to start, but I don't feel like there's been tons of like talking points from this Raw. Lib Morgan beat Ruby Rae. We've had Aleister Black got past Austin Theory. Seth Rollins has accepted the challenge of Drew McIntyre for a match. What else have we had? Apollo Crews beat MVP to qualify as well. And at the moment, we're watching Murphy versus Mysterio. So we haven't even had the halftime scores. Get your halftime scores in. James Chadwick says Mike and Maria are going to announce after. Okay, Mike and Maria are going to announce after. Days, I saw your video on who the hacker is. Totally agree. Shout out to you, Cooper. Shout out to you, Thomas. Thank you for giving us streams every day. Thank you, Thomas. Really appreciate the support, buddy. Same with absolutely everyone. It's absolutely my pleasure. Right, everyone's halftime scores are starting to pour in now. Days, when do you plan to retire from YouTube? I would love to try and get to 1 million subscribers. I think that's... When I started, I wondered if 100,000 was possible. I never thought I was going to get there, but I wondered if it was something I could do. Because you got to remember that I was just... I just worked in retail. I was just a fan that worked in retail. So could me, with no connections, absolutely no previous YouTube skills or anything, could I start a channel and could I get it to where it was 100,000? That was something that, was like, maybe if I worked my whole life kind of a thing. And obviously, things have just been incredible and the support has been absolutely incredible. And, I don't work for any kind of organisation. The whole channel is run literally by me on my own. We do all the watch-alongs, every video, every Twitter response. Everything is all done by myself. So I would love to see if a million is possible, because we're 18% there. Now, if it takes 20 years, so be it. And who knows what would happen within that time. So, yeah, don't expect to get rid of me anytime soon. I would love to just keep pushing forward and seeing if that was possible. And just kind of growing the community, so... Sandman882, hello to you. Wrestle Factor says 6 out of 10. Deadman says 6 out of 10. Ben Russell says 7 out of 10. J14 says 6.5. Human Detox says 6.3. 10 out of 10 says Brandon. 10 out of 10 says Sunny Wolf. There we go, 6.5 J14. We've got Murphy in position for a 619, talking to numbers, but Ray gets caught round the houses. DDT. Murphy down, so this is a very competitive match. 2. Shoulder up by Murphy. Brian says, did you ever get the silver play button? I did, yes. I did. It is... Is it here? Is it here? I think it's over here. Here we go. Look, I never show this thing off, which is really strange because I love it. I never really look at it that much, but this is it. If anyone... I should imagine a lot of you have already seen them before. I keep mine in the box. I never thought that I would ever achieve it. So this is, honestly, if there was a fire and I had to save something, I think I'd be grabbing this. Like, it means a lot to me because this is something I never thought that the channel would achieve. So there we go. Look, the Wrestling Days. And look, you can see all of the CDs on the wall. All the CDs along there. And who's that? Dun, 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 when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. That's how big of a wrestling fan I am. I can even show you an award and you'll see the reflection of Hulk Hogan. Oh, how immense was that? Bum, 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 bum. Head scissor takedown by Rey Mysterio. This has been a good match so far. I agree. Both are down on the outside. Probably haven't been giving it the attention that it deserved, but I was a little flustered still. A little flustered. If wrestling wasn't scripted, wouldn't you still be skeptical? Coast Maniac says, I want to get that play button. Help me out. Just takes a lot of work. A lot of work. It took... How long did it take? I started in 2016, January 2016. And apart from, like, the odd occasion, like, literally a handful of times, I was uploading every single day. Every single day. And it took me 2016, 2017, the end of 2018 to get to that. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't expect... I thought it'd take, like, my life. Big suplex by Murphy. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, shoulder up by Ray. DJ B Tazzy just wanted to say a thank you for the streams. You're helping us get through what's going on in the world. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to DJ B Tazzy, another big supporter of the channel. Kenneth Terry says, you are worth it. Keep it up, Days. Thank you, dude. I don't want to turn this into a loving. Sandman882 as well. There we go. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Let's settle that down. Let's settle all the praise down and all the good. Let's get back to good old negativity. Where's the good old negativity? I feel more comfortable with negativity than I do with positivity. Aceman34 says, you deserve it. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you. Really appreciate the kind words. Murphy stomping down on Ray. Let me tell you what's happening. Let me do my job now. Let me go back to doing what I not do best. I just do it. Murphy going up top. How long we got? We got an hour left of the show, and then of course we will do our usual 15 minutes where we'll chat and score it, and then we'll pass over to the Insiders Wrestling podcast. Here we go. Look, Rey Mysterio climbing up. Murphy up top. Big strikes across the back of Murphy. He's looking for that superplex. They've given this match quite a bit of time, which is brilliant. It's the kind of thing that you really want to see. You know, this is probably on paper the match a lot of us were looking forward to the most. Over the top goes Murphy. Rey Mysterio holding on into the corner. He's going to go for that super kick. Oh, but it's actually Mysterio that kicks out at Murphy. Mysterio jumps down looking for a destroyer. Destroyer! And Murphy against the ropes is completely out. 619. A destroyer followed by a 619. Rey Mysterio going up top looking for a big splash. There it is. 1, 2, 3. Rey Mysterio wins a really great match. What a finish as well. Really great end to that match. I know there'll be people disappointed that Murphy isn't the one that's going through. Murphy definitely one for the future, but you've got to be on your best day to get past Rey Mysterio. And Murphy wasn't quite on his best day, so no shame. Look at that. The way that he hits that destroyer, Murphy ends up landing back onto his feet, staggers against the ropes, 619, followed by a frog splash. Brilliant stuff. The disciple, Murphy, unfortunately, out. Days, random question. Do you know how many subscribers you gain in a day? No, I don't keep an eye on it, to be honest. Back in the day, not that long ago, you used to see the exact number on YouTube. So you could see exactly where every channel was. Whereas now, they round it. They round it to like 184, 185, whatever the nearest 1,000 is. So they just round it up or whatever. So it does tell me like behind the scenes, but I'm never jumping in, and you drive yourself crazy. Do you know what I mean? If you was like constantly checking how many people have subscribed. Oh, I wanted to get this many, but I actually only got this many. If you did that, you'd just lose your mind. So no, it's obviously not the primary reason why we do this. We do it for the watch-alongs, so that we can watch wrestling together. That's the point of the channel. But it's always great to see the channel growing. I've said so many times, if it's not growing, my fear would be that it would be going the other way. And I definitely don't want it shrinking. No one wants shrinkage. Do you know what I mean? Right, we've got Charlie Caruso backstage with Zelina Vega. We've got our main event tonight is going to be Angel Garza taking on Drew McIntyre. Has there been any sign of Sarah Logan? Did she come out during the Viking Raiders thing? Did I miss her at all? Or Shahib, shout out to you. Angel Garza says, once I finish. Oh, they're definitely teasing. That was interesting. Angel Garza says, once I've beaten Drew, I would love for you to ask me how it felt. And she was like, I can do that. I can do that. Whew, it was getting hot, wasn't it? Whew. What I don't understand is why have they done that with a man, yeah, that we saw propose to his girlfriend on NXT? Do you know what I mean? It wasn't that long ago that we saw him actually propose to his girlfriend. It was like this really big moment that happened on NXT, and now we're meant to believe that he's chatting up Charlie Caruso. That's my only issue. with that. But bringing Charlie into storylines, I'm down for that. I'm down for that. Days, did you know that Mysterio accidentally killed someone in the ring because he drop kicked him to the ropes for the 619, but he snapped his neck? Darker Shadow, I did hear that story, but I actually don't know a lot of the details. I couldn't tell you what promotion it happened in. I know it wasn't WWE or anything like that. I don't think it was New Japan or anything like that. I don't know. I think it was like an indie promotion, but I don't know the details of it. Carmen Live, Days, yesterday, April 19th, I went to Menards in Hammond, Indiana. Cool. Cool. Days, I'm going to open up a cheese museum. Oh, Days is going to open up a cheese museum. You know it, baby. You know it. Now, that's... and then I'm going to start doing cheese hunts. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to bother with toy hunts. Guys, welcome to this cheese hunt. We're looking for this brand new Baby Bell. This brand new cheddar. And so, yeah, we're just going to do cheese hunts. We could have a lot of fun with that as well, actually. You know, all joking aside, I reckon that could be fun. Doing a cheese hunt. Damn you, coronavirus! Not allowing me to go to the shops. We've been robbed, people. We've been robbed of what would have been a fantastic series. It would have been more than one video. I'd have made 100 videos out of it. Cheese hunts, says the dead man. Yes. Mysterio didn't use the 619 before WWE, did he? Or did he? I believe he did. I don't believe he brought it in. Can't remember. I'm trying to think back to some of his WCW matches. Because I didn't see him before he was in WCW. Days, will you be doing a watch-along for Rebellion tomorrow? What's that? What's Rebellion? Because the answer is no. Days, tell me 5 matches that you want to main event WrestleMania 37. Roman versus Rock. Ronda versus Becky. Undertaker versus Sting. Can't think of any others, to be honest. I think that's about it. I feel like I should say The Fiend, but maybe Fiend versus Randy Orton. Because that would be immense. But it would have to be a good match. And I'd worry that it wouldn't be. Parmesan cheese is good. Yep, breaking news. We need cheese hunts. Mohammed Rafi says school reopens on the 4th of May. Wow, you can't be too down about that. You know, you can't be too down about that. You've had quite a long, unexpected break. You're going to have to go back at some point. Cheese Days. Rebellion is an Impact pay-per-view. No, I don't touch Impact. They should have investigated those racial allegations. Right, here comes Charlotte, the current NXT Women's Champion. Looks like $1 million. Dun, 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 dun. She looks great. Now, is someone going to challenge her for that title here? Why would she be on Raw and not on SmackDown? Why is the NXT Women's Champ on Raw? Fiend versus Orton in a Funhouse match. You can't really do a Funhouse match at WrestleMania again because it's all going to be on screen. I'm not sure it's going to work. So Charlotte is hoping to drop by NXT to get an answer from Mia Yim. Why is she facing Mia Yim? She's got to face Io Shirai. Io Shirai won that. Are we going to see Io Shirai tonight? Imagine if Io Shirai comes out. That'd be sick. She's got great entrance music as well. Ooh, Kayden Carter. Oh, she's competing. What? I had no idea. I thought it was a promo. Shows what I know. Kayden Carter. Yeah, she didn't compete in the ladder match. She didn't qualify for it. Days, do you think it's official that WrestleMania is now 2 days forever? No. Oh, big boot. I think they could look to do it, but I don't think 37 has been announced as 2 days. And I think they've only booked SoFlo Stadium for 1 day. So I'm not expecting WrestleMania 37 to be 2 days. 38 could be. And if they have to move 37, they could make it 2 days. You should always do your homework. Are you listening? Mohammed Rafi. Coaster Maniacs. Days, do you remember Raw 25 that fans had to watch a screen? Yes. And do you remember how much they hated it? Do you remember the how vocal they were in their anger? It didn't go down well at all. Wrestling has always been like a live event. It's very hard to know how they would do those cinematic matches. I feel like you can kind of get away with it a little bit on Raw, but WrestleMania that's tough. Unless you start it and then finish in the ring. You know, like they did with the Backlot Brawl, you know, with Roddy Piper and Goldust. They started like on the backlot setting and then they made their way to the arena, didn't they? So there's potential of doing it that way. That's how I would do Undertaker Sting, in all fairness. I would start that in a cinematic thing, but finish it in the ring. She's looking for a crucifix here, Kayden Carter. Oh, nasty elbows to the face by Charlotte. Charlotte elbowing Kayden Carter. Carter is in a bad way, going for a big kick. Charlotte against the ropes. Spear! Big spear. Kayden Carter goes down. Shout out to Mark's Review 2.0. Jerry Smith says, school is cancelled. Have you seen the Cage Fighter movie trailer? I haven't. No, I haven't. What's that? Like, who's in that? Figure 4. Just gonna bridge to the figure 8. Kayden Carter. Yes, just toying with her now. She's bridging. Carter taps. Undertaker Sting in a retirement home match. Harsh Prathai says wants to fight me inside a ring. There's no need, mate. You'd win. You win. There we go. Charlotte. Victorious. On Raw for some reason. The NXT Women's Champion victorious on Raw. Does that mean we're going to see Adam Cole? Charlotte applauding, I think rather sarcastically, Kayden Carter. Days, if Mania can't go ahead where it's meant to, the rumour is it'll be in Tampa. Oh, I hadn't heard that rumour, but that makes sense. Io Shirai needs to face Charlotte soon. She does. I'm not sure when that's happening, to be honest. There's Kayden Carter tapping. It's nasty. Figure 4 is a nasty hold. Legit hurts. I saw the Hurricane on my dirt road. I'm surprised there's no NXT superstars involved in Money in the Bank matches. Yeah, it is very strange. They keep saying that it's the third brand, and then, like, so why is it not included? They have them in the Rumble. They have it in Survivor Series. So why are they not in Money in the Bank? Tonight, Drew McIntyre against Angel Garza. There we go, commercial break. See Wrestling, Mike and Maria are doing a podcast. The most uninteresting thing I've heard all month. They're doing a what? That was their. I thought they were announcing it after. They're doing a podcast. God, but both of the announcements have been a little bit flat. Big announcement. All of you are going to be disappointed. Well, there we go. Days, would you wear a quarantine mask with the Fiend's teeth on? Let the groceries in. Days, regarding Sarah Logan, they should bring her back and put her with her husband in the Viking Raiders as they're facing the Street Profits and they have Bianca Belair. Says Aceman34. It's a good shout. It's a good shout. Sonny Wolf, shout out to you. Days, what do you think of Donna McGregor versus Brock Lesnar? Do you mean Conor McGregor, or do you mean literally Donna Kebab McGregor? I think Brock would win. Days, I think WrestleMania 37 should be in the Caribbean, and all of the WWE employees should be present. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? That'd be nice. I'm down for that. Different vibe. See Wrestling says, what a way to hype up your new venture, literally by saying it's going to be a disappointment. Weird, isn't it? 5 matches you want to see open WrestleMania. Hey, that's a good question for you guys. What match would you like to see open WrestleMania? So when you're thinking about an opening match, it's got to be something that's going to be exciting. It's going to grab attention. It's going to, you know what I mean? It's going to set the tone. So what match would you have open WrestleMania? Well, that's a good question. Days, did you watch WCW as a kid? Nope. No, I did not. I was a WWF guy. I would love Asuka to win the briefcase and start dancing, says Wrestling Days fan. That, you know, I'd love that as well. I feel that Asuka, though, from what Vince has said, is... I mean, Vince seems to be very high on Asuka, seems to be very impressed with Asuka. So I think that she's going to have a very bright future, even without the briefcase. I think she has been a real MVP recently. So, yeah, I think she'll be fine without it. So I'd still give it to Ruby Riot, but if Asuka gets it, then fine. Seth Rollins, CM Punk. Oh, I don't think you could start with CM Punk, could you? You'd want to save that. CM Punk again and Stone Cold. Wrestling Days versus Eva Marie. That's how you start it off hot. That's how you start WrestleMania. With a 21-year-old guy wheezing away. Literally because they've just made the entrance. Yes, nothing says white hot excitement than a man passing out because he's just walked down a ramp. Right, we're back to Raw. We're going to see Bobby Lashley flip a tire. It's a big tire. You can get a Bobby Lashley figure with a tire accessory. Here we go. Picking it up. He's really selling how heavy that is. I feel like that's flippable. Like, I don't understand. I've seen Braun Strowman tip over trucks. So am I meant to be impressed with him flipping this tire? I don't know. There we go, he's done it. I don't understand. I've seen Braun flipping over big trucks and ambulances. I find that underwhelming. Jerry saying that it weighs over 500 pounds. Well, there we go. It's a big tyre. It is a big tyre. I'm going to give him that. It is a big tyre. Days, imagine the pop when Eva Marie returns at WrestleMania 37. Yeah, it's going to be huge. You're looking past tonight. You're looking past Angel Garza. Edge versus Jeff Hardy. That'd be good. Lashley is baby stepping up. Okay. He's building up to the full truck. Days, do you think if Lana gave a hand, could it save the Bobby Lashley character? I think the Bobby Lashley character is easy to save. Just build him up as this just absolute wrecking machine. Maybe even give him some new music. And just really, build him up as this bad man that comes down and just destroys everyone. And just don't understand all this, 50-50 booking and these comedy segments and that wedding. And I mean, he's lost to Aleister Black at WrestleMania. Before that, he had the wedding. Before that, we had Bobby Lashley sisters. It's just awful moment after awful moment for him. Just make him look like a badass. Give him some wins. Build him up. Andrade coming out with Zelina. I'm not sure who he's facing. Lashley said it was 450. Jerry said it was 500. Make your minds up. I think it was 550. Just keep adding 50. By tomorrow, it had been £1,000. Bum, 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 bum. Here comes Andrade. I don't know who he's facing. La Sombra. Brilliant. The United States champ is in action next, but we don't know against who. This Zelina Vega stable has been all over these shows, haven't they? Coaster Maniacs says, I just did a quick search and a monster truck tyre weighs 800 to 900 pounds. Well, there we go. There we go. Fact of the day. No doubt about it. Fact of the day from Coaster Maniacs. 800 to 900 pounds. I knew it was going up. This is the third time Zelina Vega has been on Raw. And she'll be out again for the main event. It's going to be a jobber. Is it against a jobber? Well, look, we've said this before. There's no point saying or typing jobber. You've just got to look at them. Who do they look like? Have fun with the name. Drop the name. Yeah, that's how you play Name the Jobber. Rowan. I'm telling you, you learn something new every day. You do, Eddie. You do. That's what we've all learnt today. I don't get why NXT is not involved in Money in the Bank. John Elite. Totally agree. Edge Cena would be a good match. Would be an excellent match. I tweeted you regarding Sarah Logan. Okay, Eric. Thank you. What? Share it here. We're all amongst friends. We're all friends. If you've got some of that insider info, if you know some of that good stuff, share it. Yeah, share it around. Small Steve says Swamp Manor. One of these days, I will call. Look, if this guy is small and he looks like he's called Steve, I will go with Small Steve. But he's got to look like a Steve. CM Punk versus Ciampa. This was taped before the release. This is live. Hope Jeff Hardy wins Money in the Bank. Jobby the Jobber. Shout out to Joseph. Joseph Wiley, shout out to you. Drugs are bad, says Wrestle Factor. Yes. Apart from the good ones. We love the good stuff. Days, will they let Cena win the IC title? I think they will. I'm not sure about another world title, because then that would put him ahead of Ric Flair. So I'm not sure they want to do that. But for him to win the IC title, I think that's a great story. You know, him taking on... Imagine John Cena against Sami Zayn. I feel like we saw that when Cena was US champion doing the US Open challenges. So, yeah, imagine that match. That would be a great match. Days, I meant Lana gave birth to a hand. That wouldn't help anything. That would not help anything. Days, if WWE called you and asked you to job to Aleister Black, would you do it? Yes. Yes, I would. If they called me up and said we need you to job, I would do it, because I'd feel like there's no expectation. Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you have to do? I have to stand there. I have to get black masked. It's gonna hurt. Yes, it's gonna hurt. But I would take it, because I think that'd be cool. Although I'd hope the pay would be all right, because I might not be able to do watch-alongs for like a month after, because I might have to like wire my jaw. Triple H celebration this Friday, I believe. Yes, this Friday. And don't you worry, my friends. I have got so much data now. I don't even know what to do with it. I bought 50 gig and in a blind panic. I just ran around panicking. Oh, we've been robbed. Oh, it's Akira Tazawa. Ah, I was gonna go with Small Steve. I was so close. Akira Tozawa. Ah, we've been robbed, guys. Damn you, Vince! This is the worst thing you've ever done. You've robbed us of Name the Jobber. Did you hear that Matt Stryker is going to be on a reality show called Labour of Love? A 42-year-old woman looks for a man to be her baby daddy. What? Elizabeth Lewis, I did not hear this. I'd so want to watch that show. 42-year-old woman? Wonder if it's Linda. She's about 42, isn't she? Oh, knee strike by Akira Tozawa. One. Oh, just a kick out at one. Days, could we give Akira a new name? No, doesn't work that way. Akira's actually really good. He had a great match on NXT on Wednesday. He's still a jobber, says Coaster Maniacs. Nice. Heads his takedown. Andrade to the outside. Akira is technically a jobber, so we could give him a new name. Yeah, but we know who he is. It's only when we don't know who they are and we have to name them. Akira. Cannonball into Andrade. Linda's 42. Daisy's 21. You know it. You know it. According to a report from Fightful, there is speculation amongst the locker room that Sarah Logan is expected back in some fashion. Yeah, we were hoping to see her tonight. Here we go, look, Akira Tozawa up top. Andrade, has he seen him? Missile drop kick by Akira. Andrade's in trouble here too. Kick out again. Still feeling the effects of those Claymore kicks from Drew McIntyre. Andrade rolls out the ring. Days is 12 in dog years. Yes. Days, did you know Tahuti Miles, but you gave him a jobber name? Yeah, but Tahuti Miles is a little different to Akira Tozawa. We've seen Akira Tozawa for years. Akira Tozawa is a former cruiserweight champion. He used to be in Titus Worldwide. He was in the Cruiserweight tournament that also had Zack Sabre Jr. and Kota Ibushi and all of those. Andy Saraki says, what's up? Can't wait for Money in the Bank. Shout out to you, Andy. Thank you so much for the support. It's just been an incredible night of support. Here we go. Thank you, Andy Saraki. Have I spelled it correct? Look at this. Lovely work by Akira. Shout out Andy Siraki. Shout out to you, my friend. Thank you for the support. Back elbow. Big back elbow. Huge back elbow by Andrade, and Akira Tozawa goes down. Days, would you like cheese as a WWE Mattel figure? What? United States champ is in action again. Not defending the title, though. Akira Tozawa went for a hit. Andrade blocked it, but Akira didn't throw it, and so he actually throws it after. This is a good match. Nice drop kick by Andrade, though. Catches Akira Tozawa. Here we go. Passionate from Andrade. Picks up. No, roll through. Small package. 2. Just a 2 for Akira. Head scissor takedown. Hooks the leg. 2. Another 2. Whoo, look at this. Roll through. Double underhook. No, again. Super kick by Akira. Super kick. Andrade goes down. Look at Zelina. Can't believe what she's watching. She's like the worst manager. Look, Andrade's doing awful. Austin Theory lost earlier. Angel Garza's probably going to lose to Drew. Here we go. Andrade. Hammerlock. Boom. Hammerlock DDT to Akira. 2, 3, and Andrade wins. Andrade gets it. Andy Saraki says, I want to get that Elite Fiend. Make sure you pre-order it. The world wants that Elite Fiend. So definitely make sure you pre-order it. Wham, bam, vanish, spam. You talk too fast, I did, yeah. There's me going, she's lost it, she's no good. Oh, they're all losing. Andrade wins. So there we go. There's probably a story to be told, though, about the fact that she's spreading herself a little bit too thin. Hello. You know, the fact that she's having to try and manage 3 people now. When she was managing Andrade, they were doing well. You know, he became United States champ. But now that she's starting to, you know, she's got Angel Garza, she's got Austin Theory. There's probably a story there that, you know, she could be struggling with all this extra workload. Street Profits? Street Profits. Is there going to be a Bianca Belair, the EST of WWE? Bum, 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 bum. Street Profits are here. I don't know why they're here, but they're here. Zelina is a good talker. Byron joining in. He's game for anything, any old Byron. Oh, Byron. Days, before name the jobber, you need to tell us what superstar they look like. We don't know if it's going to be that. There was just a bit of speculation, isn't there? I mean, I see them as soon as you see them. We don't want the smoke. I want Bianca Belair if she's going to come out. Although we've got to be getting towards the main event now. Byron is extra cringe, and I love it, says WrestleFactor. This is dope. Says, I feel like Vince forgot Sarah Logan was married to one of the Viking Raiders and still released her. That totally could have happened. Sing the Total Divas theme song, J14. I'm amazed that you think I know it. I actually don't. I don't think I do. I don't think I do know it. I think Kevin Owens is going to beat Andrade. Where is Kevin Owens? Where is Kevin Owens? What happened to Kevin Owens? How did he win at WrestleMania and then disappear? I haven't heard where he's gone. Not going to lie, today was 420 day I had the smoke. Oh yeah, it was 420 day, wasn't it? Ronda Rousey, best stay where she is, says BD Cool. Dan Reed says, Days, what do you think? Huskus versus Ramblin' Rabbit versus Mercy the Buzzard. Triple threat with Abby as ref. Bucket Vince. Owen says Andrade needs to lose the US title ASAP because he is afraid to lose. He hides behind that girl because he is scared. Yeah, I think he's a great wrestler, Andrade. And if they would just allow him to wrestle, then you would see some great stuff. In all fairness, that was a good match he just had against Akira Tazawa, and Zelina Vega didn't get involved there, so I would like more of that. I would like more of those kinds of matches. I think one of the criticisms of WWE is that the heels can win because of like too much outside interference. I like to see heels getting clean wins. I like what they're doing with Shayna Baszler, actually. She's getting clean wins. And I like what they just did there with Andrade. Clean win. So, you know, you've got to build up your heels. If you want to make great baby faces, you've got to have great heels. Days, I want to see Murphy winning the US Championship. They're both heels, though, aren't they? So, Days, do you like the bump? If not, why? No, I'm not a fan of the bump. I'm not a fan of the bump because it feels like a Saturday morning kids TV show. It's just like a lot of chat, but it doesn't. I never get anything from it. I never find it insightful. Like, they just give like their own opinions, which is absolutely fine. But there's like a million different places where you can get that. And plus also the opinions of people that I'd never heard of before. I don't know who any of those guys are. Not a clue. I've never seen any of those guys before. I don't mind hearing the opinions of like Charlie Caruso or Kayla Braxton or people that I actually see on the shows. But these guys just got brought in for the bump and I've never even heard of them. Legit, I don't know who they are. So a lot of it is just hearing their thoughts and I'm not bothered about that. And then they always tease like there's going to be something like join us, William Regal's going to make an announcement, and then the announcements are always just rubbish, not worth watching. So no, I'm not a fan of the show. I don't feel like I get anything from it. Okay, are they going to introduce Bianca? There we go, intro for Bianca Belair. They're building her up. And so they should. Great talent. Makes all her own ring attire. Love her music. Needed you. Oh, I don't think she's used her hair whip yet. Look at that. Top that's got all the Raw logo all over it. And her ring attire, it's got Raw. That is amazing. Brilliant. She gets it, man. She totally gets it. Andy Saraki, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate the support, dude. Look at that. Top that she's made. All of that ring attire that she's made herself. Is that Santana Garrett? Is that Santana Garrett that we watched yesterday? Ah! This is day 2 of watching Santana Garrett. We saw her against Allysin Kay at the Crockett Cup. And now here she is on Raw, taking on the EST of WWE. This is weird, isn't it? This is weird. I feel like I'm watching Wrestlingception. Wow. Santana Garrett taking on Bianca Belair. We saw Santana Garrett coming up short against Allison Kay yesterday in the Crockett Cup. Santana Garrett grabbing at the leg of the EST of WWE. Up on the shoulders is Santana Garrett. I think this is going to be a squash match, you know, because we've got that Drew match, that Drew main event coming up. Santana Garrett pushing at the face. Bianca Belair, she's very experienced. Former NWA Women's Champ, I think, Santana Garrett. Elder Sour, shout out to you. Here we go, round the back. She's got her, picks her up, slams her down face first. I want to double check if I'm right on that. Again, slamming her down. Santana Garrett, have you been NWA Women's Champion before? I think you have. Let me check. Yes, you have. How amazing is this? Former NWA Women's Champion taking on Bianca Belair. Andy Saraki says, what are you watching this on? I'm watching it on BT Sport. It depends where you are in the world. If you're in the US, then it's on USA Network. Bianca Belair hurling Santana Garrett across the ring. Santana Garrett moving out the way. Big strike across the chest. I do like having the Street Profits on commentary for this Bianca Belair match. It really builds up how important she is. She is important. She is a future champion. She is a big addition to the Raw roster. Shoulder charge. Down goes Santana Garrett. Here we go. Nice. Straight over the top. Former CrossFit champion Bianca Belair. Whenever they do those fitness tests, she always comes out on top. Her cardio, her athletic prowess really puts her in the top tier. Special talent, man. And took to wrestling like that. Never worked on the indies. Came in with that athletic background. Picks up Santana Garrett. Got her up. Standing delayed. Look at these. Look at this. Oh! Boom! Oh! Montez Ford likes what he sees. Against the ropes goes Bianca Belair. Big splash. Kip up. Nice. Nice. You got to be impressed. Got to be impressed. And a kisses blown Montez Ford's way. Blocks. Big forearm strike. Where is Sarah Logan? Don't know. We haven't seen Sarah Logan. Santana Garrett trying to fight back. Belair goes through the ropes. Big kick to the face. I really like this match. This is like really enjoyable to me to see the former NWA Women's Champ taking on Bianca Belair, having Street Profits on commentary. This is just a fun little wrestling match. It's a little treat. Oh, she went against the ropes. Handstand against the ropes. Gets caught. Picked up. Sit down powerbomb. Got backed into a corner. No. Face first. Into that top turnbuckle. Getting her up onto the shoulders. Plants her down. 1, 2, 3. Done. There we go. Look, the Street Profits, the current Raw Tag Team Champs, really putting over Bianca Belair. Yeah, man, they were freaking. She never used the hair whip at all. Such a cool feature. Something I've never seen. Where she uses the... She used to do it a lot in NXT. They're probably saving it. There we go. Street Profits picking her up. Dun 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 dun. If she does it quick enough, she might take off. Bianca wins. I think these matches are getting a little bit predictable. We've actually seen more of Sarah Logan this week than we normally do. She was in the build-up to Liv versus Ruby. True. Drew McIntyre in action. We got 13 minutes. NXT and AEW being on the same day. I'm not a fan. I'd rather enjoy them both separately. I find it stressful trying to watch two shows at the same time. And then you got people saying, oh, you're missing this, you're missing that. It's like, I can't watch it all. So I wish they were on separate days. Would have been great if it was Tuesday Night Dynamite like it was meant to be. Here we go. Look, we're just seeing an advert for Money in the Bank. 10 floors of chaos. Can you imagine, right, if they start and they all run to the lift, they jump in, yeah, all get in the lift, they hold the door, come on, and then everyone's getting in, and they press top floor, and then it's literally just like a few minutes of them. Bing! Shh. Like, they're building it up. It's 10 floors of chaos, but it's actually, they're just in the lift. And then all it is they get to the top and then they start brawling. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Oh, the backlash on that would be insane. Coaster Maniac says, I was thinking the same thing. What if the lift breaks down? Yes, what if the lift breaks down? And then Triple H gets out his office, goes to the top, and Triple H wins it. Or maybe James Ellsworth gets it for him. What happened to Edge? What happened to Edge? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I think he's probably taking a break. They're probably taking a look at how he coped with that match and, you know, trying to find story for him and whatever. I would love for him to be in Money in the Bank, but at the moment it doesn't feel like they've got those plans for him, you know. So we're gonna have to wait and see. This time, Brock wins the briefcase from a helicopter. Kenneth Terry says Money in the Bank is going to be interesting. Totes. Days, you can tell that Mackenzie Mitchell and the Bump hate AEW with a passion. I don't know who that is, Mackenzie. Would you do some sort of special video when you reach 200,000? You could even have us give you ideas. Well, I did say that I'd be interested in doing like a long stream. But the thing was, right, I said this the other day. Yesterday, I was like, why don't the NWA do an NWA day where they show all episodes of Power? Because all of their Power show is on YouTube. You can watch it for free. But there's so many people that haven't watched NWA yet. So I was like, why don't they just do an NWA day? Like, start it at lunchtime. And it's just one long stream where they just show every episode of Power, one after the other. And it's NWA day. And I said I'd do a watch along for that. And yeah, like there's rumblings that they are thinking of it. So I don't know. We'll have to see. So there might be a really long stream coming. Right, Angel Garza. Here's Zelina Vega. Haven't seen much of her today. What if the lift music is that Vince McMahon song? Oh, yes. Do you remember that? What was it called? Get Back or something? Or was that the Beatles? I always get Vince confused with the Beatles. Angel Garza. Oh, well, here we go. Jerry Lawler says, I got to tell you something, guys. The women in the locker room are smitten with this. How does he know? How does he know? Knowing Jerry, he's probably got a camera set up in the women's locker room. That's how he gets his information. Not a fan of his new theme. Does Angel Garza have a new theme? It sounded a bit different. It sounded very generic and just dull. What if a flock of birds fly over the headquarters and drop doody bombs? Doody bombs? What if they do drop doody bombs? I hope that happens, and I hope the phrase doody bomb is said on commentary. That's all I want. That's all I've ever wanted. Days, imagine Brock and Ronda as heel couple managed by Heyman. Be class. Garza's engaged. He is. How long we got? We got 8 minutes. Who's gonna win? A for Angel, D for Drew. It's gonna be D in it. It's gonna. I'm gonna take part as well. D for. There we go. D. Big chop by Drew McIntyre. Big chop back by Angel Garza. Takes the legs away. I'd imagine that we're going to see Seth. Doody bombs. Doody bombs. It seems as if the wrestlers that live in Canada haven't been on TV. Kevin Owens, Brock Lesnar. Brock has. That's true, actually, though. There is definitely a pattern there. That's true. Drew McIntyre throwing Angel Garza to the outside. Grabbing Garza, picking him up and hurling him onto the barricade. Andrade is out there as well. Why has he got his back turned to Andrade? Why is he just talking to the camera and ignoring Andrade? Okay, there we go. Look, stupid. Stupid! Andrade trying to push Drew. Garza. I don't know where Austin Theory is. Austin Theory still feeling the effects of the match from earlier? I'd imagine he is. Oh, big strike. Oh, there he is. There he is. There, he snuck up from behind. The problem is, this group, if they can't beat Drew, they're going to look like the modern Lucha House Party. That's going to be the problem. There's 3 people here. 3 people should be able to beat Drew. Moda says, Days, you need to do a top 10 wrestling animal mascots and wrestlers that had animal gimmicks like Junkyard Dog and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Jonathan says, Days, will there be cinema matches at Money in the Bank? Don't believe so. Rumours are that the Money in the Bank matches themselves might be shot using different takes and different, over a long period of time. I hope not. I would do it in one go and just have the cameras set up and ready. But it could be that they do a cinematic feel to the Money in the Bank matches. But as I said, I hope not. But no, I mean, I can't see Undertaker taking part or anything like that. I think the Fiends match will be a normal match because we didn't really get one at WrestleMania. So, well, it's Funhouse Bray, actually, isn't it, on the graphics? So, Jonathan, it doesn't look like it's going to be cinematic. Down goes Garza. How long we got? 4 minutes. Drew climbing up. Comes crashing down. Big chop. Who do you think is Tatanka? What's going on? Kip up by Drew. Yeah, looking for the Claymore. He's looking for the Claymore. Here's Garza. Garza going over to the ropes. It's just, oh, the trap. Hello. Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na. Drew McIntyre ripping the trousers off of Angel Garza. The ladies are going to love that. Charlie Caruso has just fainted backstage. Charlie Caruso is having to use the standby ventilator now that Drew McIntyre has just ripped off Angel Garza's trousers. Angel Garza backed into the corner. McIntyre going over, back elbow. He's going to look for that Alabama slam. Here it is. No. Little roll through by Garza. 2. Oh, just gets a 2. That was cheeky. Duck underneath by Garza. There's blood on the face. We got blood on the face of Garza. He gets caught with a Claymore. 1, 2, 3. Done. 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 McIntyre wins. I don't mind him beating Garza. Not over the moon that he's beaten 3 guys, one of them being Andrade. But they're clearly building him up for Seth. Big boot by Drew. Should a Mexican have been included instead of Theory? I don't think the nationality necessarily matters. Theory fits all right. But Humberto Carrillo is related to Angel Garza. So he would feel like he would fit better. But I think Theory fits okay. Drew having a word with Byron. Let's give him another kick. I think he's going to give him another kick. Charlie is probably soaking backstage. What, you mean having a shower? Yeah, he is. He's got back in. He's going for another Claymore. Did you like that, Zelina? I hate you, says Zelina. I hate you. I'd love it if Zelina went back to Aleister Black and went, look, can you deal with Drew McIntyre? Because he's such a bully. Oh, Zelina, go and get Aleister Black. Go and get Aleister Black. Well, there we go. It's a thing that happened. Ashton, shout out to you. Get your scores in. We got 15 minutes. 15 minutes until the Insiders Wrestling podcast starts. So we can have a chat about what we've seen for 15 minutes. I don't think there was many talking points there at all. I don't know really what you would score it. Sandman882 says 9.5. Toy Bandit says 7. Big Boy Jose says 7. BS says 7. Seems like you guys feel that it was all right. City Slicker Red says 8. Sue Hines says 6. Hello, Sue. Hope you're well. Supreme Rose says 7. Owen says 8. 9.5 says Men One Cool. Deadman says 9. David Hall says 7. 7, 7, 7, 10, 7, 7.25, 7, 8, 9.5, 6, 7, 8.3. Lib Morgan is beautiful. 7, 7, 9s, lots of 7s. Days, my score tonight, says the Carmen Live 2, is a 9. Can you give my hometown of Hammond, Indiana a shout out? Done. 8.9, 8.25, 6.8. 4 out of Carol Baskin. Yes, William. I'm personally not a fan of Drew. I think most of his matches are boring because it's one Claymore and it's over every time. Yeah, I'm not a Drew fan. But I did enjoy his match against Big Show. I thought that was good. I just don't like how he's got past 3 people there. That bugs me a little. It's not his fault, it's the booking, you know? And I know why they're doing it. They're doing it to build him up for Seth, but if he can get past Andrade and Austin Theory, who's one of the promising up-and-comers, and Angel Garza, you know, if he get past them, then he should be able to get past Seth quite easily. 7.75, 6.5, 5, 7, 8, 6, 9.8. I gotta tell you, I'm going to struggle to score this because I didn't see much that really set the world on fire. I saw some... I'm going to go with a 6.75. I'm going to go with a 6.75. That's what I'm going for. I think 6.5 for me is average. I think that this was about average. I don't think there was really any talking points coming out of this. I think there was a couple of things that I wasn't too keen on. I think disastrous. There wasn't a great deal that I really enjoyed. And in all fairness, my score could have been higher if obviously the stream didn't have that disruption for like 10 minutes in it. And we had to like restart the stream and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I think that might have played a part. So maybe it's not quite fair for me to score it tonight. Maybe it is a 7.5 show, I don't know. From what I saw, it wasn't a great deal that I was really on the edge of my seat about. I did enjoy the Santana Garrett Bianca Belair match. I thought that was quite good, actually. The Rey Mysterio match I thought was very good. So I thought they were decent. The rest of it, I don't know, wasn't really that taken with the rest of it. But it was, you know, it's all right. For a Monday night, it's all right. Brian Coleman says 3 out of 10, no Sarah. 5 says Imtiaz. 9.8 says Willie. Jacob B. Snow says 6.25. Austin 316 says good stream as always. Thank you, buddy. I like Drew because I'm a true believer that one finisher should finish a match. I hate it when people kick out of 3 finishing moves. That's a good point. I agree with that. I think a finisher should finish the match. I think the Claymore is right to be protected. So yeah, I'm fine with that. The crowd not being there really makes a difference, says Jaden. That's a good point. Raw was a 5.2, says Eric Haberman. Sam says MVP should have won. John Elite scored it 8.25. Human Detox says it's still real to me, damn it. That's David Wills, isn't it? Who said that? And he is always in the crowd at the NWA. So there you go. A fun little fact for you. Dave, who is sometimes on £10 a podcast. In fact, Insiders could easily have an interview with him. I'm sure he would do an interview with the Insiders, the guy that said it's still real to me, damn it. Because he is a very active member of the NWA community. Who is the best wrestler? Michael, I love Asuka. Days after Becky, who are the next 3 Raw Women's Champions? Ronda, Ruby, Asuka, maybe. Something like that. Maybe Bianca. I think Bianca, it might take a little bit of time for Bianca. I'm just trying to think who's going to win Money in the Bank. Could be Asuka. If Asuka wins Money in the Bank, so if Ronda comes back and Ronda wins the title, then Asuka could cash in. So Asuka could be champ. And then, I don't know, who gets it then? I don't know. We're so far down the road then, I don't know. We might even have had a superstar shake-up at that point. I love that you know that, Days. Shout out to you, Human Detox. Willie says, good stream. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. We're still around for another 10 minutes. We're not going to race off anywhere. We're going to stick around for 10 minutes because that's when the Insiders Wrestling podcast starts. That's our community podcast. So I keep saying it. Get in touch with them. Send your thoughts through to those guys. And then they will obviously read your thoughts out on the podcast. So we're going to jump over there after this, but I'm not going to do it just yet. Ronda can GTF. Coaster Maniac says 6 out of 10. I still want to see Asuka versus Ronda. So do I. I'd like to see that match. And I still want to see Becky Ronda one-on-one. Yeah, Boy says, I felt like Days was looking into my soul. I was. Roscoe, shout out to you, buddy. Thank you for the kind words. Next, I'm going to be watching Archie Bunker and George Jefferson starring in Blackman in the Family. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that sentence means. That's like a whole collection of words. I'd pick, in no specific order, says Brian, Ruby, Liv, and Sarah. Hashtag Riot Squad forever. Sue Hines says, Days, what do you think about WWE not allowing Roman Reigns' name to be mentioned on air? I'm fine with it. I think it makes sense. There's no need for them to be talking about Roman because he's not part of any storylines or any upcoming storylines. So there's not really a need to be talking about Roman. And I think like everything that he's gone through and the fact that he obviously was meant to be at WrestleMania and had to pull out and all of his health problems and everything, it might just be a little distracting if his name gets mentioned. So I don't think there's any malice in it or anything. Maybe I'm just being naive. I don't know, but I can understand it. They want to focus on Braun and current storylines and Money in the Bank. So why mention Roman? In fairness, I can't even understand why they would mention Roman anyway. I don't even know why that needed to be said. Don't mention Roman. There's no need to mention Roman. So, if anything, I'm just confused why they said it in the first place. Days, don't tell anyone, but I've got a crush on Lib Morgan. Secret is safe with me. Good night, Monica King. Ronda and Shayna to join with Alexa Bliss, and then Bliss takes the belt. I can't see that, but because I'm sure they'll have 4 horsewomen, but never say never. Days, do you remember when Hacksaw Jim Duggan appeared on The Big Breakfast back in the day? No, I don't think I ever saw that, and I love The Big Breakfast. That's one of my all-time favourite shows. One of my all-time favourite shows was a breakfast show. It was on at like 7 till 9. It might even have been 6 till 9 in the morning every weekday. So when I would go to school, I would get up and I'd put The Big Breakfast on. And it was all filmed in a house. That was the set. It wasn't done in a studio. It was filmed in an actual house. And they would film it in the living room. And then if they had some guests, they would go to the bedroom. And they'd like be lying on the bed and they'd do the interviews there. And it was just like, it's weird. And they'd obviously always have like coffee and toast and fruit and everything around. And, it was just like a real good, feel-good kind of a show. But it was funny. The presenters were really funny. And some of the games they played and some of the guests they had. And when they looked at the news and the way they interacted with each other, it was a really funny show. If you get a chance to go onto YouTube, just put in like Big Breakfast TV, and there'll probably be like some clips and some episodes and whatever, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. But that was a show that I used to watch pretty much every morning. But no, I do not remember Hacksaw Jim Duggan being on it. But that wouldn't surprise me. They had those kind of guests. It was on one of our major channels. It was on Channel 4, which is one of our most watched channels here in the UK. I think it might be the most watched channel. I'm sure I saw that Channel 4 was the most watched, and then it's BBC One, then it's ITV, then I think it's BBC Two, and then it's Channel 5. How long did you start watching WWE? I started in the early 90s, and it was thanks to my cousin that I got into it. What's the name of the podcast? There's two podcasts. The one that's the community podcast, where they interview you guys. They share your thoughts. They talk about like whatever you want to talk about. That's called Insiders Wrestling Podcast. So you just Google Insiders Wrestling Podcast. Brand new episode starting in a few minutes' time. And then the second one, which I do every Friday, is called the Wrestling Escape Pod. Woo! Great show. I'm looking forward to NXT and AEW, says Hayden. William Hensey says Big Breakfast. It's a good show. It's fun. It might have not dated that great, but I don't know. Haven't seen it in years. It's 90s, so you know what I mean. You're going back 30 years. Days, do you remember when Yokozuna appeared on the Brick Breakfast? No. I don't remember any WWE superstars appearing on the Big Breakfast. But I am definitely going to be Googling it. I'm definitely jumping onto YouTube after this stream to see what I can find. WWE Toys Creator, shout out to you. Days, I'm back. I am WFF Guy on another account. Shout out to you, Jackson. I wish you had the stream in the 90s. It would have been nice to have had a WCW watch along as well. Yeah. And you know what? There's a lot of WCW shows I've never seen because when I was young, used to watch the pay-per-views. And sometimes I would get the odd tape of Raw. I've had to catch up on quite a lot of Raws since having the network. And I'd seen a good chunk anyway. Like, I used to get tapes on a regular basis, but never of WCW. I was never a WCW fan. I was never against it. I just never watched it as a kid. But, I mean, how great now that got the network and can go back and watch all this stuff. Are you surprised NXT won the last 2 weeks' ratings? Yes and no. I think the coming out of WrestleMania, I think it was probably to be expected. I think winning last week might have been a bit of a surprise that they managed to keep that going. But I think they only won by 1,000 or something. It was like pretty much neck and neck. I don't think they'll win this week. It'll be very interesting to see. I don't really pay too much attention anymore. I think it was quite noteworthy at the start, but I stopped paying it attention. And just try to enjoy the shows for what they are now, you know. NXT UK has still got that underground feel, which is must see, says Captain War Falcon. Insiders in 2 minutes, you're absolutely right. Insiders Wrestling Podcast starts in 2 minutes' time. I wonder if the premiere thing has been fixed. 1 minute till the podcast, yes. Don't you worry, I'm fully aware. Yeah, I know they were having a little bit of trouble of like people being able to watch the podcasts along at the same time. So, I'm not sure if that's been fixed or not. Let's go back over. Right. Almost ready to end. And, yeah. Get your hippity hoppity to the insiders. Right. It is 15:15. It is time to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining us. Apologies to everyone that, was watching and the trouble that we had. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't do anything until it had expired. So frustrating, but at least, I mean, it's done now. So we know that there'll be no more data issues. We are back tomorrow for NWA, and you never know who's going to be on those streams. And then, of course, got NXT and AEW on Wednesday. I am going to jump over now to the Insiders Wrestling Podcast, so jump over there. Thank you so much to everyone that's joined us. Really, really appreciate all of the support, and hopefully see you again next time. Bye for now.